Hello my sweet strawberries! The time has come to review the makeup that has been in my project pan for the last 3 months, and I haven't compared the results to how I started yet, but I feel like I did pretty well. So let's go through every product separately and do some comparisons and see how I managed to use them up. So for eyebrows, I'm using an eyeshadow from this fake bonbon palette. I'm using this shade Mocha, and this is how it's looking like right now. I'll put it to the side to do a comparison. I think I used up a lot on this side. I was focusing on this side and using only this side, and I think I did great progress, even more progress than I did last time with this side, so that's very nice. And I'm keeping this palette still and continuing to use the same shade. I think there's enough for a couple of months still, and I'm not worried too much what I will use after that. We are very quickly moving on to eyeshadow, and let's start from this side, from the biggest palette that I was trying to use one shade only, and I feel like I did a good job. As you can see, I made a big dent on the bottom here. I was using only the bottom of the eyeshadow and it was connected before, and now there's a gap and there's a lot less of it than before. So I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to finishing this whole pan and also throwing out the whole eyeshadow palette because I have only these 2 shades to finish. Then I continued using the Shy Nude shade in this palette, and as you can see, the pan got a lot bigger. I reached the outer circle of the pan, and I'm so happy to see it so big, but it looks awkward when the whole palette is still normal, just that one shade is used up. But we will eventually end up using this whole palette, and this is a very good start to that. And also last time I added a single shadow into the project pan for my inner corner and for my overall lid shade, a champagne color, and it was a very nice color for winter, and this is how much I've used it. There was such a little pan when I just started, and I was digging into it when I was using it. I used it both with my fingers, with brushes. I also like to wet it. That's why it looks a little bit of a weird texture, because I was using a wet brush. I really enjoyed it, putting it into my inner corner, and also I sometimes use it as my cheekbone highlighter. So there was great progress on this one. I think the eyeshadow category was very successful in this project pan update, and I think I'm bored of using both this brown shade and also this nude shade. So I'm removing all of these palettes and eyeshadows, and I'm introducing a new product. This is the Douglas Lovely Eyes eyeshadow palette. It's not a complete new product because it was in my project pan at some time, and the last time I was trying to use up this pink shade, and this time I'm thinking of using the same pink shade because the spring has started, so I want something more pink for my everyday looks. I'm pretty bored of the neutral shades, so I will be trying to use this pink matte shade, this pink glittery metallic shade. And also I really like this shade. It's called bronze, but it's really not bronze. When you put it on your eyes, it's just very nice glittery eyeshadow, and I really like topping my eyelids with this shade when I'm doing like more neutral, more matte looks, and I don't really want a glitter bomb on my eyes. I put this shade on, and it's just a subtle glitter on my eyes. And also I enjoy putting it under my eyes as well, so I'm not expecting to use up a lot of it, but this will be a shade that I'm focusing on more a bit. We're moving on to mascara. So the mascaras I've been using lately were this Maybelline Colossal Bubble and this Papa Vamp Lash Extender, And I can see that I already used up this mascara because it's very dry and there's not a lot of color payoff when I put it on my lashes. And also, if I try to build up the mascara from the bits that are still left in the tube, it crumbles a lot, so I think I'm retiring it and putting it into the bin. But this Vamp lash extender is not done yet. Last time it was 30 grams and now it's 26 grams, but I feel like I'm still not done with it. As you can see, there's still product on it. I'm still pulling out product and the lashes still look good. At this point, it really separates the lashes well because it's not that extremely wet, so I'm now enjoying it a lot. But I feel like I will use it up soon because I put on like 3 or 4 layers of mascara every time I use mascara because I just like my lashes long and black. So I will be adding a new mascara to replace this one when I'm done with it, and it's going to be this Tartelette XL tubing mascara. I will show you the wand. It is very similar to the Pupa wand, and I already tried this one and it really is like magic. I don't know if you ever use tubing mascaras, but they never smudge when you wash them off. They just come off in like little chunks and there's no mess on your face. So I really like that about tubing mascaras, but this particular one is not my favorite because it comes up my lashes, at least now while it's wet, but we'll see, maybe I will enjoy it more when I use it up more. And now it's 44 grams. So we will see how much I can manage to use up until the next time. Next up is foundation, and both of these bottles are empties because I can't really scrape any more out of them. As you can see, I tried to use up every drop. There was not a lot of foundation left in this one, just this bottom part, and I used it up really quickly. I have written down that the last time I used it was on January 26th, so that was ages ago. And I used up this one as well. There was a lot of it still last time, and the last day I used it was on March 15th. I think I enjoyed the Wet n Wild foundation more because it's a dewy foundation, and the Maybelline one is a matte foundation. In the last couple of years I was using dewy foundations more, and I realized that I like them more right now, even though when I was in my early 20s, the drier the foundation was, the more I liked it, but now it flipped. And right now I'm using the same Wet n Wild foundation but in a different shade. This one was in soft ivory, this one is in nude ivory, this one was a warm tone, and this is a neutral tone, and I think I prefer the warm tone. Weirdly enough, I thought that a neutral tone would work with my skin tone better, but I don't think it does. And I think I'm going to remove foundation category from the project pan because I only have one foundation and I buy a new one only after I finish the one that I have. And also it's the same foundation, so it's not very interesting or useful. It's just a product that I use up and replace. Unless you really want it in the project pan just to have the satisfaction of the progress, I can keep it, but I think it's not interesting enough to keep, so I'm going to remove it altogether. Also, I'm not sure about keeping the loose powder in this project pan as well because it's also just one product and I will buy a new one only after I finish this one, but since I started tracking it, I think I have to keep it. And I put on a new washi tape. The new line is under this black sticker, and I also weighed it this time. There's not a weight measure for it last time, but right now it weighs 78 grams, so there is progress. And also I started to use a lot less of the loose powder to keep the glowiness of the dewy foundation. I set my under eyes with more powder and I am not as generous all over my face, and I think my face looks better. It doesn't look as dry and stays better throughout the day. So this loose powder might stay in this project pan for a long time because it's a big, huge thing and I'm trying to use less of it. And I'm so happy that there are still things to discover with products that you own, and after all these years of watching videos on YouTube and using makeup, that there are things that are still new to me, that still surprise me, that I still can change up and see different results. That really excited me, even though it might sound weird. It's just a loose powder. It's such a boring product, at least for me, but I'm so happy to have discovered this concept of putting less product on my face and it's looking better, but also setting my face and not looking like I have oils oozing all of my pores. So just wanted to throw it in there. I think this category is also as exciting as the eyeshadow category because powder products are so difficult to use up, but I think I made great progress with the blush. So let's open it up. There's less and less of it every time I do an update, which is so exciting. As you can see, there's so little of it left. Last time the bottom was a little bit fuller and you could see more of it in these corners. I don't know if I can use it up in the upcoming months, but I want to finish it so badly because there's so little left of it. I'm really excited about this. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and at the same time I was using a liquid blush. I didn't use it lots of times. This one from Douglas, a liquid blush in Sweet Pink. As I said, I didn't use it that much, but since it's such a little thing, there is a weight difference actually. Last time I weighed it and it was 12 grams and now it's 10 grams and I can feel it becoming emptier because I need to insert the applicator to the bottom to reach the product, so that's very nice. And I think I will keep it in the project pan for this time as well. I think these two are so near their end, so I will just keep working on them with no other distractions. Next up are highlighters. I actually didn't think that I used this shade as much from the Catrice Eyebrow kit, but I'm now looking at the last update I did and I think there is actually a difference. I was trying to use more this side just for more simple tracking purposes, and I think that the pan here on this side is a little bit longer than the last time, so that is so nice to see a difference because I really didn't feel like I used this highlighter too much, and I did use the other one a lot more, and there is a clear difference in pan. There was a lot less pan the last time and this time it's a lot bigger, so that's nice to see. And also it confirms the fact that I was using this one more because it has a little bit of a softer shade. It's still white, but it has like a pink, a champagne in it, so it's not as harsh. And since the spring has started, maybe I was more gravitated towards this shade. But I think that for my next project pan, I will keep both of these highlighter sheets in it. I had 3 products in this project pan for lips, and I'm pretty disappointed in myself. I don't know how, but it doesn't really seem like I did much progress on these products, even though I really did try to use them. I don't know, maybe because it's hard to use up a stain because you don't really need a lot of it, and I didn't really carry this gloss with myself, so maybe that was the problem. But let's see. The last time we had product till here, this colorful wash tip, and now I have really little left just on the bottom of it. I think I will have to use like a lip brush or something because the applicator doesn't reach this deep, and also I removed the stopper already and I have product on the walls as well, so I will have to scrape them all as well. And this is not far from being finished, and I removed the stopper on this one as well, but it has a little bit more product left. Also, there's a lot more product on the walls and there was very little progress. Last time it was under this colorful wash tape and now it's under this black wash tape, so very little difference. I also had a lip pencil, and the last time it was 14.1 centimeters, and now it's 13.3 centimeters, so almost a whole centimeter shorter, 8 millimeters if you want to be precise. And I was using it a lot with this stain because the stains I have are kind of really bright, so this color muted them a bit, especially for winter. But even for spring, I think I will do the same tactics, and I will keep all of these 3 products. And I also will be adding another product. This is from Roman. It's a lasting melting balm in the shade 09 Peonies, and it's kind of a glossy lipstick, and I will try to twist it in to show you how much of it I've used up already. Here's a visual for you. I didn't want to twist it up because it's a very soft product, so I'm kind of afraid it will fall out, but it weighs 20 grams, so also will try to track the weight as well as the visuals. And it's a very bright color. I didn't really expect it to be as bright because I was buying it online. I didn't really know that it will be this way, and I think if I will ever use a very bright lipstick or lip gloss or lip balm, it will be spring and summer. So this is the time, also the time when I have this kind of brownish pencil. I think these two mixed together will be a really good combination because the brown will tone down the pinkness of this lipstick lip balm thing. So yeah, as you can see, it's very bright, but I think with a appropriate pencil it will look really nice, especially with my pink eyeshadow and also my pink outfits for the spring. So the skincare category is amazingly satisfying because I used up a lot of these products. So this little Brazilian Bum Bum cream, I used up I think the same week I published the video. It was January 17th. It's empty. So nice. Not long after, on January 23rd, I finished the Color Star Peony body lotion. It's so satisfying to see it completely empty, and it smelled so good. I really like this one. Then I finished these 2 little Peter Thomas Roth masks. I finished the blue one on February 2nd and the golden one on March 13th. There was 5 millimeters left above this, and now it's completely empty, and I finished it on March 26th. And the last empty of this category and also of this whole project pan is the Wagga Wagga a hand cream. I finished it on March 5th. I still have left a little bit of this body butter from Wagga Wagga. Last time I weighed it after I filmed the video and it was 260 grams, and now it's 83 grams, so part of it is also the packaging. But I think there's like at most 2 weeks of it left to use, and I didn't really use this mask a lot. The last time it was 39 grams and now it's 37. I think I used it once or twice maybe because I was focusing more on those little Peter Thomas Roth masks. So I am keeping these 2 still in my project pan, and I will be adding more products. So as I said, I have mostly 2 weeks out of this body cream, so I'm adding this strawberry and cream body butter. It smells so good. I haven't used a lot of it, barely anything, and it smells actually like strawberries and cream, more like you know when you crush your strawberries and then you pour milk over it? That's what it smells like. And it weighs 198 grams right now, and since it's very similar volume to this one, so I think they will be used in a very similar time frame, unless this will be very thick. I'm not really sure because I didn't use it that much, so we will see. I need to replace my hand cream as well. I have been using this one for years. I realized that I don't really like a hand cream with a pump, and I don't really like big bottles of it. This is from Indigo Richness hand cream in the scent Matryoshka. Very nice scent. I love it. I have a nail oil in the same scent, really nice. It weighs 119 grams right now, and there's only this much left what's under the black washi tape. I also need to replace my lip balm, so I'm choosing this one in this container. I don't really like to scrape out with my fingers, so that's why I'm picking this one to use up first. It's from Kernel. It's a night lip mask in the scent berry, and I have this much left. I'm not really sure how much of it is the packaging and how much of it I actually have left. I weighed and it's now 12 grams, and it seems like it's maybe half of it left, so we will see if I can manage to use it up. I'm pretty quick with it. I think I received it in the middle of December and I used it since then, and that's how much I've used it, even though combining with other lip care products. So I think this will be a goner by the time I do an update. And I want a little bit of variety in my face masks, so I'm adding this 7th Heaven Pink Cactus and Clay Peel-Off Mask. It now weighs 38 grams, so we'll see how much of it I use up. Don't really like to use peel-off masks that much, and I don't think they are good for you to do that often, so little by little I will try to use it up. And I try to put every product that I'm still using, will continue to use, reusing in one frame. And these are all of the products. They look really satisfying. A lot of pinks and a lot of strawberries, so that's amazing. And what's also amazing that we have 9 empties this time around, and they are both makeup and skincare products, which is an amazing mix to see. So I think this project pan was very successful, and I'm not doing perfumes because I will be doing perfumes in a separate video. I really like perfumes and scents and everything like that, so I think perfumes have to have their own separate video. So it will be going a week after this video, so don't worry. Also, this is the last time I'm doing this kind of setup because I will be moving from this apartment. I have to find another place to move to by the end of the month, and I'm really nervous and stressed about it. I really don't like moving. I really don't like calling people, and I really don't like going to like strangers' houses, but it has to be done. So wish me luck. And another announcement, there are so many news at the end of this video. I think I will do the next project pan update a month and a half later this time, because I really want the updates to coincide with the change of the seasons, because I noticed that I really like different shades of eyeshadow and of lips, for example for autumn, and I really like more pinks in spring and summer. So I think it would be nice to change up the products during an update when also the seasons are changing. So the next update will be at the beginning of June, and then I will continue doing the updates every 3 months once again, but it's going to be seasonal, like spring update, summer update, autumn update, and so on. I think that will make more sense for me. I hope you're excited that the next update will be so soon, but I think there will be less empties the next time, so I hope that won't be too disappointing. And I think that was all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. Tell me if you're interested in foundation usage updates, because I'm not sure. And if you want the perfume update, then look out for the video next week. And for now, I'm going to leave you, and I hope to see you in my other videos. Ciao!